Hello guys, let us move further. I mean a little more step ahead in case of DNA. So that concept what you call DNA replications. We are not going to study what is the mechanism of DNA replication in prokaryotes, eukaryotes in this chapter, but we are going to study some basics after aspects of DNA replication. You might have heard about this DNA replication word. This DNA replication process or the mechanism is so important in our body to maintain normal cellular structure. That means maintaining the next generation of cell. That means whose the cells are senescent, those cells has to be replaced each day. This mechanism is happening in our body to maintain a normal cellular tissue nature. So what is this DNA replication? DNA replication is a process of making a copy of DNA. That means a parental DNA will make a daughter DNA molecule which is identical to parental DNA. That why it is needed in identical nature. So liver cell has to work as a liver cell. A heart cell has to work as a heart cell. So it needs the gene which is found in the parental cell. Same gene should be copied to the what you call daughter or the next generation of gene. So when we talk about DNA replication, earlier there was no idea about this DNA replication. So they proposed many models to claim what is that, how the DNA replication happen, or what is the mechanism of DNA replication in the human cell or maybe in any cell. So they claim there is a model called conservative model which states that the DNA during DNA replication, the parental strand is maintained as it is. As it is, it will be maintained. There won't be any change. But daughter strands are newly synthesized. That means conservative model says during the DNA replication, the parental strands are as it is maintained, but the daughter strands are newly synthesized. But in case of there is another model, dispersive model, which states that during DNA replication, the parent strand and the newly strand form a hybrid strands. So that means the whole new genome will have a part of parental strand and part of new strand. That means a daughter strand. Both these models are rejected in the later part of molecular studies. But there is another model called a semi-conservative model which clearly states how the DNA replication will happen. So during DNA replication, the parental strand will get separated into two separate single strands. Those will be copied and made. That means the next generation of DNA strand will have one copy of parental strand, another copy of newly synthesized strand. So this model is clearly appreciated across the scientific community because it has got a scientific evidence base to prove that DNA replication is semi-conservative. So how they proved it? So that's an important thing. In 1958, Matthew Meselson and Stahl proposed a experiment, or given experimental proof to prove that they designed some experiment to prove that DNA replication is semi-conservative. So for this experiment, they took a humble bacteria called what you call E. coli. They took this E. coli bacteria, Escherichia coli bacteria, which is in what is called square shape. So this bacteria they took and then done the experiment. You might be thinking why he has taken Escherichia coli, because its multiplication time is very less. Bacteria will multiply fast, so you can get the result very fast. One more important thing you should remember here when we talk about this experiment, there are two nitrogen isotopes that he has taken. One is called N15 isotope, that is heavy isotope. Another isotope he has taken N14, that is light isotopes of nitrogen. And all these things he has put in nitrogen ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is taken in the media. So any bacteria, if you want to culture, you need a media. So media is supplemented with ammonium chloride. So whatever nitrogen is found in the form of ammonium chloride will be absorbed by the bacteria which you are growing in that medium. Same thing he has done. So what he has got, he has cultured E. coli for a several generation in a medium containing nitrogen 15. Initially he has cultured like that. So he took the bacteria and cultured that in N15 medium. So its genetic material, if you observe, full of N15 will be there because you are giving only N15 to that. So then what he has done is he took that bacteria and he opened that bacteria, separated its DNA by centrifugation with the help of a technique called cesium chloride centrifugation he has done. So then you got a band here. So this band is correspond to N15 isotopes. That means DNA rich in N15. Same thing you can see here. The parental strand, what he has done is labeled with N15. So he has got a one band, that is a heavy band. Then this bacteria is transferred into N14 media. Initially, he has grown in the N15 media. Then he has transferred some of the bacteria from that into N14 media. He grown for one generation, that is called F1 generation. Then what he has done is he took the he killed that bacteria. He separated the DNA and analyzed centrifugation. He got another band that is almost in the middle of the tube. That means initial band at the bottom of the tube. Then he's got another band at the middle of the tube. He considered it is a mixture of N14 and N15. So then he allowed again this bacteria to grow one more time, the few of the bacteria, which is remaining bacteria he cultured again in the generation, F2 generation. There he got two bands, one band in the middle range, another in the top range. That means one in the middle range, another is in the top range. If you analyze this entire process, if you look at band, initial band he got here, that is N15. Then he cultured it in N14 media, so he got a band here, that is N14 plus N15 plus N14 band. N14 band. Then what he has done is he recultured it in F2 generation. So F2 generation has got a very interesting what you call a band in F2 generation. So what he has got here is one band at the top, that is N14 band, another band in the middle, that is N14, N15 band. So one band at the top, one band at the middle range. So from this he has concluded that so DNA replication is semi-conservative. Now you might be thinking how? Because initially he got a bottom band, next he got a hybrid band, then he's got a top band. Then he continued this process. He got a the middle range and the top range. So from this he concluded the parental strand is split, and that means N15 strand is split like this. If it is two strands are with N15 like this, so it is split into one N15 another. So another strand is newly synthesized. So another strand is newly synthesized like this. So here he got N15. Here got N15 plus 14 band. So if you split again, you will get one more band. The same phenomenon here is used and confirm the DNA replication is semi-conservative.